A person who pays with their time now is more likely to pay with their money later. Have you ever thought about that? How your time is an investment.
It's a powerful idea by Alex Hormozi.
Alex built a $100 million net worth by the time he was 32.
Largely through advertising.
Wow, that's impressive.
His lifetime return on ad spend is 36 to 1. Incredible, right?
Definitely. So in this book, who is he trying to help?
He aims to help entrepreneurs at all levels.
Okay.
Those making under $1 million in profit, and those already exceeding that.
Got it. And what's the main idea? What's he trying to teach people?
How to scale their businesses. And the core of his strategy, new customers.
New customers makes sense.
You need to attract more leads, make sure those leads are high quality, find cheap ways to get those leads, and make sure you have dependable sources for consistent lead flow.
So it sounds like he's really breaking down the customer acquisition process.
Exactly. And he calls the only 4 ways to let people know about your product or service the core 4.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What are they?
Warm outreach, posting content, cold outreach, and paid ads.
Let's dive into the first one, warm outreach. What is that?
Warm outreach. It's tapping into your existing network.
So people you already know.
Right, like friends, family, past clients, and people you connect with on social media.
That makes sense. But how do you do that without, being annoying or pushy?
Well, Alex has a framework for that.
Oh, really?
He calls it ACA.
ACA. What's that stand for?
Acknowledge, compliment, ask.
Okay, so you're basically acknowledging the person, complimenting them on something.
Exactly.
And then making your ask.
It's about making those conversations feel natural.
So it's not just like, hey, buy my thing.
Right. It's more subtle than that. You're guiding the conversation toward your offer without being salesy.
I like that. Can you give me an example?
Imagine you're a fitness coach. You're talking to a busy mom who also happens to be an accountant.
Okay, I can see where this is going.
You could acknowledge her demanding schedule, compliment her ability to juggle multiple roles.
Right, because she's a mom and an accountant.
And then transition into asking if she struggles to find time for her own fitness.
That's a great example. It feels natural and relevant to her situation.
Exactly. And it's all about maximizing what Alex calls desirability.
Desirability, what's that?
It's what someone truly wants.
Okay.
And then minimizing perceived effort.
So the effort someone thinks it'll take to get what they want.
Exactly. You have to make it seem easy and appealing.
So it's not just about what you offer, but how you present it.
Exactly. Another really important part of warm outreach is the idea of give until they ask.
What does that mean?
It means providing value to your network without immediately expecting something in return.
So like giving away free advice or content.
Exactly.
That makes sense. You build trust that way.
Right, and stronger relationships.
Which then makes people more likely to be interested in what you're selling.
Exactly. Okay, so ready to move on to the second element?
Yeah, let's talk about posting content. What does Alex have to say about that?
Well, Alex personally learned about this from Kylie Jenner and Huda Kattan.
Those are some pretty big names.
They built massive audiences online and turned that attention into billion-dollar businesses.
Okay, so what's the takeaway there?
The main takeaway is that attention is the currency of the internet.
Attention is currency. I like that.
And you need to find ways to capture and hold that attention.
So how do you do that?
With engaging content, of course. But there's no secret formula.
Oh, bummer. I was hoping for a magic bullet.
No magic bullet. Consistency is key.
Okay, consistency. And what else?
Delivering value. Alex breaks content down into 5 categories: far past, recent past, present, trending, and manufactured.
I'm curious about those categories. Can you break them down a little bit?
Sure. Far past is sharing lessons from past experiences. Recent past is talking about a recent client project.
Okay, so kind of like case studies or behind-the-scenes stuff?
Exactly. Present content could be showing your daily work routine. Trending content is sharing your take on current events.
And what about manufactured content? What's that?
Manufactured content is where you intentionally create experiences just for content.
Interesting. Like a social experiment or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like when Alex tried living on $100 for a month.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Made for some great content.
Exactly. So it's about coming up with creative ways to engage your audience.
Makes sense. So once you have your content ideas, how do you make sure people actually read them?
Headlines are super important.
Yeah, headlines are everything.
Alex says to borrow elements from news headlines. Recency, relevance, unusualness, those tend to work well.
That makes sense. People want to read about things that are new, relevant to their lives, or just plain weird.
Exactly. And the last tip about posting content, Remember to adapt to the platform.
So what works on Instagram might not work on LinkedIn, right?
Yep. You have to know your audience and what they expect on each platform.
Good advice. All right, let's move on to the third part of the core four, cold outreach.
Okay, cold outreach. This is about reaching out to people who don't know you yet.
So how do you make a good first impression when you're reaching out cold?
By offering value immediately.
Makes sense. You have to give them a reason to care.
Exactly. Alex tells this story about a dog trainer who was struggling.
Oh, what was he struggling with?
Getting clients. Instead of just advertising his services, Alex had him offer free advice on lead generation.
So he gave away his expertise for free.
Yeah, and he specifically talked about a successful campaign he did for a similar business.
Smart. That shows he knows what he's talking about.
Exactly. Demonstrated his expertise and gave immediate value.
I bet that got people's attention.
It did. But cold outreach can be tricky.
Yeah, I can imagine. What are the biggest challenges?
3 core problems. The right list, attention, and engagement.
The right list, you mean finding the right people to reach out to. Okay, and then attention, that's like cutting through all the noise and getting them to actually see your message.
Right. And then engagement, you have to make it easy for them to take the next step.
Like replying to an email or booking a call or something.
Exactly.
So list building is important for cold outreach.
Absolutely. It's about quality, not quantity.
You want to make sure you're reaching out to people who are actually a good fit for what you're offering.
Right. No point in wasting time on people who aren't interested.
All right, and then the last part of the core four, paid ads. What does Alex say about those?
Well, Alex's first experience with paid ads was super simple. Just a local newspaper ad.
No fancy targeting or anything?
Nope. Just a straightforward message, and it generated a 5-to-1 return on investment.
Wow, not bad for a simple ad.
Right. It was all about clarity and a strong offer.
So what about more sophisticated paid ads, like online ads?
As he got more experience, he started using call-outs.
Call-outs, what are those?
Specific words or visuals that grab attention. They're designed to target specific audiences.
Oh, I see. So like an ad that says, "Attention Clark County moms," or something like that.
Exactly. Or using questions in the ad copy to qualify a potential customer.
Oh, like, are you tired of? Or do you want to?
Yeah. Questions that get people thinking and self-identifying.
So how do you actually write good ad copy?
Alex outlines 8 key elements. Dream outcome, nightmare.
Nightmare, what do you mean by that?
The opposite of the dream outcome.
Oh, I see. So like, if the dream outcome is to lose weight, the nightmare is to stay overweight.
Exactly. Then there's perceived likelihood of achievement.
That's how likely people think they are to actually achieve the desired outcome.
Right. And risk, which is the opposite of achievement. Then time delay.
How long it takes to see results?
Yep. Speed, the opposite of delay. Effort and sacrifice, and then ease, which is the opposite of effort.
Okay, so you're basically hitting on all the key points that someone would consider before making a decision.
Exactly. And it's important to tailor your message.
Just different audiences.
Yeah. Right, because what appeals to a 20-year-old might not appeal to a 50-year-old.
And you had to use visuals as well as words?
Exactly. Think about how to make your ad stand out.
All right, so you've got your ad copy, you've got your visuals, you're targeting the right audience. What's next?
Then it's about testing and optimizing. Alex breaks paid advertising into 3 phases.
Okay, what are they?
Learning to lose, breaking even, and printing money.
Learning to lose. What does that mean?
It means don't be afraid to spend some money up front to figure out what works.
So it's okay to lose some money in the beginning as long as you're learning from it.
Exactly. You're gathering data and insights. Then you move into breaking even, where your ads are starting to pay for themselves.
And then finally, you reach printing money.
That's the goal. Your ads are generating more revenue than they cost.
Sounds like a pretty sweet spot to be in.
It is. Alex encourages striving for his 36.1 return, but even a 3.1 return is considered profitable.
So even if you're not hitting those crazy numbers, you can still be doing well.
Absolutely. It's about finding what works for you and your business.
This is all great stuff. So far, we've covered warm outreach, posting content, cold outreach, and paid ads. What are your initial thoughts on those approaches?
I'm really drawn to the give until they ask approach.
Yeah, me too. It's a great way to build those relationships.
And it can lead to more authentic and sustainable growth.
I also like that Alex emphasizes testing and optimization. He talks about having a weekly testing schedule.
I like that too. It keeps you proactive and engaged.
And it prevents you from getting complacent.
Exactly. You're always looking for ways to improve. So next, let's talk about a concept Alex calls lead getters.
Okay, lead getters. What are those?
They're people who advertise on your behalf.
Interesting. So they're basically bringing you leads.
Right. It's all about leverage and scale.
I like that idea. So who are these lead getters?
There are 4 types: customers, employees, agencies, and affiliates.
Let's start with customers. How do they become lead getters?
Happy customers can become your biggest fans.
Word of mouth marketing. Exactly.
People trust recommendations from people they know.
Right. So if you have a great product or service, your customers will naturally tell others about it.
And that can lead to even more customers.
Exactly.
What about employees? How do they fit in?
Alex believes every employee should be trained to understand the value they provide.
So they can communicate that value to potential customers.
Right.
So they're not necessarily selling, but they're representing the brand in a positive way.
Exactly. It's about empowering your team to be brand advocates.
I like that. Makes everyone feel like they're part of the success.
And it creates a more unified and consistent brand experience.
Okay. And what about agencies?
Alex has had mixed experiences with agencies.
Oh, really?
But he's developed a unique strategy for using them effectively.
What's that?
He views them as learning opportunities.
Interesting. So instead of just hiring an agency to do everything for you,
You hire them to learn from them.
so you can eventually bring those skills in-house.
That's a really smart approach. It gives you more control and independence in the long run.
Right. And it helps you build internal capabilities.
Okay. And finally, affiliates. What are those?
Affiliates are businesses with an audience that aligns with yours.
So they're kind of like partners.
Exactly. They promote your products or services in exchange for a commission.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's like a win-win situation.
Yep. You get more exposure to their audience, and they get a cut of the sales.
Has Alex had success with affiliate marketing?
He built 2 successful companies leveraging affiliate partnerships.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. What were the companies?
Allen and Prestige Labs. Together, they generated over $75 million in revenue from over 5,000 affiliates.
That's a testament to the power of affiliate marketing when it's done right. So out of all those lead getter types, which one stands out to you the most?
I'm really intrigued by agencies as learning opportunities. It's clever.
Me too. It's a strategic way to leverage their expertise while also building your own internal skills. Let's go back to turning customers into lead generators.
Okay.
What's the foundation for that?
It all starts with a product or service that people really love.
Something they'd actually recommend.
Exactly.
Alex asks this tough question.
Why are my customers too embarrassed to tell everyone they know about my product?
Wow, that's a tough one. It really highlights that you need to go above and beyond for your customers.
To create a truly remarkable experience.
So they want to shout about it from the rooftops.
Exactly.
Do you have an example of a company doing that well?
Alex talks about this PR company.
That's-
They were struggling.
Until.
They noticed this small group of clients
Okay.
in a specific niche
Mhm.
who were super successful.
And loyal.
Yeah, they loved the company.
So what did the PR company do?
They focused all their marketing on attracting more clients like that.
From that niche.
Exactly.
Interesting. So they doubled down on what was working?
And created a product that really resonated with their ideal customer.
Makes sense.
Alex gives some strategies for creating a remarkable product or service, setting clear expectations,
That's important.
and then under-promising and over-delivering.
So exceeding expectations.
And creating those positive surprises.
Yeah, I like that.
You want your customers to be wowed,
What else?
helping customers achieve their goals quickly.
So the faster they see results.
The more valuable your product becomes.
Right, because they're actually getting what they want.
Alex suggests breaking down those outcomes into smaller steps.
To create momentum.
Yeah, and reinforce the value you're delivering.
That's a good tip.
And you know, those first 48 hours after a customer buys,
Yeah.
those are crucial, making
Yeah.
a lasting impression.
So we need to make those initial interactions count.
Right.
How?
Quick wins, helpful resources, personalized communication.
So they feel valued and supported.
Exactly.
And we always need to be improving
Based on customer feedback.
to create a seamless experience.
And ensure it's valuable.
That makes sense.
Alex even gives specific scripts for requesting referrals.
What's one of the suggestions?
Offer a bonus.
For referrals.
Yeah, equal to your customer acquisition cost.
So you're incentivizing referrals.
It's a win-win for both sides.
Okay, let's talk about employees as lead getters.
Okay.
How do we turn employees into lead getters?
It's not about turning them into salespeople.
Okay.
It's about them understanding the value they provide.
So they can communicate it authentically
Exactly.
and genuinely.
It's about fostering a culture where everyone's a brand advocate.
So instead of nobody can do it but me,
It's everyone can contribute.
I like that shift in mindset.
Remember the framework for training employees.
Document, demonstrate, duplicate.
That's the one.
Remind me how that works.
First, document your process.
Every step of lead generation,
Then demonstrate it.
clearly explaining each part,
And finally, they duplicate it.
putting it into action,
It creates consistency across the team.
and empowers everyone to contribute.
All right, now let's talk agencies.
Okay.
Alex was honest about his early experiences with agencies,
Yeah, he said they weren't always great,
but he learned to see them as learning opportunities.
instead of just relying on them.
Yeah.
So how do we use them as learning opportunities?
Hire them with the intention of gaining insights
Into their methods.
and strategies,
So observe their processes, learn from their expertise.
and then train your own team to do it.
So we're building internal capabilities.
And independence.
Alex gives a checklist for picking the right agency.
He says to look for transparency, a proven track record, and a willingness to share knowledge.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now, on to our final lead getter type, affiliates.
Remind me, what are affiliates again?
Businesses with a similar audience
Yeah.
who promote your products or services.
In exchange for a commission,
Right.
Alex built 2 successful companies with affiliates,
Allen and Prestige Labs,
and they generated over $75 million in revenue.
from over 5,000 affiliates.
Wow, that's incredible.
It shows the potential of affiliate marketing.
When it's done right.
Exactly.
What are the key steps for building a successful affiliate program?
Finding the right affiliates, making them an offer, qualifying them, figuring out their compensation, giving them resources, and keeping them engaged.
Okay, so there are a lot of moving parts.
It's about treating them like partners.
Not just transactions?
Exactly. Build long-term relationships.
What about compensation?
You can pay a percentage of each sale
Or offer tiered payouts.
based on performance.
And the product should fit naturally within their existing offerings.
For example, a gym could offer a free nutrition consultation.
To promote an affiliate supplements,
It benefits everyone involved.
the customer, the gym, and the affiliate.
Exactly.
Alex says affiliate marketing can become a self-sustaining engine.
For generating leads,
Once you have a system in place,
it can run without much effort.
of all the lead getter types we've talked about, which resonates with you the most?
I love the idea of turning customers into advocates.
Yeah, me too.
It shows the power of a truly remarkable customer experience.
We've learned about the core 4 and lead getters.
It's a lot to take in.
So how do we actually put all this into practice?
Alex says start with one thing.
That resonates with you,
Pick one of the core 4
and master it.
before moving on,
He reminds us that success takes time.
especially with advertising.
It's a journey.
Not a destination.
We need to be consistent
And willing to learn.
and able to bounce back from setbacks.
Alex tells a story about a mastermind group.
Full of successful people.
He learned about testing from them.
What was the lesson?
The most successful guy in the group said he doesn't expect to find big insights in books or courses anymore.
Really?
He allocates money just for testing.
New ideas and strategies.
And that's what led to his success.
So it's about learning by doing
Trying new things.
and seeing what works.
Both successes and failures.
Are opportunities for growth.
Alex outlines 6 levels of advertising mastery.
Okay, what are they?
Level 1 is about making your first dollar from advertising.
So proving it's possible.
Level 2 is consistent profitability.
From a single ad on one platform.
Level 3 is one profitable ad.
Across multiple placements on one platform.
Level 4 is building a team
To manage that ad.
without your involvement.
So delegation and systems.
Level 5 is incorporating multiple methods and platforms.
Expanding your reach.
And finally, level 6,
What's that?
building a sophisticated advertising machine
With dedicated teams.
for each channel.
So it runs smoothly without you.
It's a clear path for growth.
Start at any level.
And work your way up.
Mastering each step along the way.
Alex ends the book by describing what's possible.
When you really master lead generation.
Imagine your content consistently attracts the right people.
And your warm audience is engaged.
Your paid ads are profitable.
Across multiple platforms.
Your cold outreach is working.
Your affiliates are bringing in leads.
And your product is so good, people refer their friends.
That's the power of a lead generation machine.
And it starts with taking that first step.
What's your biggest takeaway?
For me, it's the focus on experimentation.
And always improving.
Dedicating resources to test new ideas.
Prevents complacency.
I also like Alex's reminder that success is about more than just tactics.
It's about the right mindset
and providing value.
and building a strong team.
This deep dive has been insightful.
We've learned a lot about generating leads.
Remember, it's about taking action.
What will you do differently after reading $100 Mid Leads
That's for our listeners to think about.
as they start their own lead generation journeys?
Don't forget to like and subscribe to By the Pages.
For more deep dives into books that can transform your business and life. Until next time, keep learning and keep those leads flowing.